The State Guards Battalion is a quintessential unit of the Republican National Guard Service of the Gambia Armed Forces. With its sister unit, the Guards Battalion, the archetypical unit embodies the true meaning of guards of the highest order of the Gambian military. Hence, the unit is charged with the protection of the first family of the Republic of the Gambia, as well as the provision of security to the seat of power. In other words, protecting the people's sovereign, and in the context of the Gambia, protecting the head of state primarily, as well as key installations and the persons that may be associated with the presidency as assigned. But what is behind the boldness to dare the challenge, providing security to the seat of power? The discharge duty of this elite unit in a smart soldier-like manner comes from routine training to hone skills resident in elite soldiers, both at individual and team levels. It is for this reason that the Gambia Armed Forces Directorate of Press and Public Relations on Tuesday, 31st May 2022, joined the Gambia Armed Forces Training School to cover a live firing exercise of heavy weapons that spanned from 31st May to 2nd June 2022 at the Palodi Heavy Weapons Range in the North Bank region. The exercise was organized for personnel of the State Guards Battalion undergoing heavy weapons cadre at the Gambia Armed Forces Training School. After 7 hours journey with delays of vehicles stuck in the sandy plains of Palodi, the team arrived at the assembly point where a harbor was established. It was night time, but as soldiers trained to cope with all situations and weather conditions, the men in a smart soldier-like manner quickly jumped to work and erected tents for their shelter, established observation posts, and mounted sentries for their own security, and a period of admin was observed. The villagers around the Palodi range would wake up to their new neighbors as the rising sun lit the harbor area. The exercise was in two folds. One was the firing of the Dragunov sniper rifle by selected good firers undergoing sniper course, and the heavy weapons unit also undergoing a heavy weapons cadre at the Gambia Armed Forces Training School. The one was for the snipers. In the early hours of Wednesday, 1st of June 2022, sniper course participants descend on the range to set up the targets and various firing points, while admin bids continued at harbor. At exactly 0830 hours, the firers were lined for briefing.
Movement across any firer's art of fire means season of all fire. the rifle must point to the direction of fire at all times. The layout of the range. The admin area is right behind you. The firing point depends on the practice that's being conducted would be at 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, and then 800 meters. The first aid point is right behind you where you have the ambulance.
At the 100 meters fire, the participants were for the first time using a special new sniper rifle, and the 100 meters was mainly for zeroing and grouping. However, the firers had to fire the new sniper rifle by using both the mechanical and optic firing methods. A distance of 400 meters was adapted, and equally the 800 meters. At 400 and 800 meters, the snipers adopted different firing positions and also ran a distance of 400 meters to the main firing point in order to gain contact with the enemy, just as in real combat situations. This was done to test the ability of the snipers in adapting to real-life situations. By the end of the day's program, the Commandant Gav Training School had this to say.
Prepares men and women of the Gambia Armed Forces for any mission that they are expected to perform, of course, within a particular time frame. This is will be geared. It's always geared towards making sure that we arm them with the necessary skills and drills that they will need in the execution of that task. At the Gambia Armed Forces, we don't relent. We are always ready, of course, in conjunction with the higher headquarters, defense headquarters, and in line with the Chief of Defense Staff training directives to execute any training mission that is within our capabilities, to make sure that members of the Gambia Armed Forces are better off and are able to perform their roles and responsibilities. Target in front of you, aiming at the bottom center of the white patch. On your own time, carry on. I'm the commander. Snipers will fire on a count of 3, 5, 4, 3. Stand by. I am the commander. Snipers will fire on a count of 3, 5, 4, 3. What hip size?
It was a long day, and the program for the day was exhausted. The men rest for the night, for even in the heat of battle, commanders at all levels must provide for a rest plan. The following, making night 2, was the firing of the 81mm and the 120mm caliber mortars respectively. The 81mm caliber was fired for effect on the direct targets, and the 120mm caliber was used as an indirect fire. All the firings were fixed directly to a position referred to as the beating zone, and at various firing points, a standard procedure range practice was observed by the mortar crews. Second Lieutenant Mohammed Mane delivered his range orders or range safety brief.
Safety supervisors to take statement from all personnel as to what happened, and the area will finally be cordoned for preservation of the evidence.
While participants diligently followed procedures as professionals, instructors never relent as they follow them closely and equally give them an account of whatever is about to take place. Firing for effect was done with precision during both the direct and indirect fires. During the exercise, the commanding officer, State Guards Battalion, had some words to share with us.
A structure for the State Guards Battalion. So we are using that framework to conduct our training so that all the companies are given the training they require. We started initially with the companies. Last year, we did some infantry weapon training with them, and then conducted live firing exercise at Tintimba. Then we also conducted some training for the headquarters company, where you have the close protection. Both last year and this year, we did some training on these small arms weapons, including pistols and other bodyguard weapons, and also VIP protection training. That is why we are here in Polodi as part of the training for the support company. Today you were able to witness some firing of mortars, and those mortars were fired by the support company personnel to practice what they have learned at this school. So that is what we are doing. We are training all the companies in that structure of the new State Guard.
Mortars! What do we do? We support! And what? We neutralize! And again, we support!
To re-energize these men takes different forms, none more express than the reliance on military cadences. Chants of "We made a solemn promise to the Gambia" reverberates through the scorching heat that characterizes the Palodi Hills during the day. At night time, when the herds are gathered and guided home, these indefatigable men will conduct a controlled demolition headed by the unit's explosive ordnance disposal team. Just as the commanding officer of the State Guards Battalion would put it, training continues for all members of this elite guards unit.
We are also into so many activities. Now the State Guard is different from the former one. In this State Guard, we don't only have military personnel. We also have some police components with us. The SIs are also there, and the Gambia Fire and Rescue Services. So it's a kind of a composite unit, if you like. And that is why we are trying to bring up everybody to a level, standard.
Close protection for VIPs is an integral part of the normal routine of personnel of this Guards Battalion, especially for those serving directly as close protection personnel and bodyguards, if you like, operating as a team. The key is not only dependent on honing the individual skills to the highest levels of mastery, but in the ability to work as a solid team with sharpened reflexes, muscles, memory, and ease of command and control. Their training also involves using the State Intelligence Service training facility for intelligence and counterintelligence training. This collaboration gives more credence to the unit's credo. This is a special advantage in the discharge of their duty within the corridors of power. Realities such as anti-ambush drills, direct assault against attackers in order to save a VIP, as well as blocking assaults on a given VIP are key focus models that must be mastered by all in the close protection unit of the State Guards Battalion. During such trainings, personnel are disoriented to a great degree and tested in their ability to stay focused and engaging attackers in protecting a given VIP.
90, 96, 97, stop! Go! Go, fire! Fire! Stand by!
These high-speed and life-threatening encounters are drills on for both on-foot incidents as well as while using vehicle. In order to ensure all these and other trainings not highlighted in this video go on to sustained by the men and women of the State Guards unit, routine sport comes in handy, though reasonable consideration is given to age and weight. Personnel of these elite guard units only utilize fully those on top of their game in terms of fitness. For this special unit, training is always alive and always living its cycle.
We ensure that we conduct a lot of endurance run because basically that is what is needed. But to inform you that we are not only confined to this in the week exercise that we do, we have other exercise that we conduct on the sidelines. We have a sport complex where the boys go and conduct gym training and other things. But we also offer special training exercise for people who we feel need remedial PT.
Nimba bana jambe sulunde We are fighting tactically. Wonderful. We are running tactically. Wonderful. Tactically. Wonderful.
The state